Right now, there's a major crisis here in the United States. And according to many people, they are saying that President Biden may have planned this all along. Now, some are saying that this is a genius plan, that this will absolutely work, but others are saying that this will actually cause Americans to be under attack. Now, I'm going to address where this is coming from, why people are saying this, and what this may mean for you. So, make sure you stick around for this entire video. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below, and feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones over on Facebook so they too know what may be going on. But all I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button, and now let's begin. So one of the biggest questions that many people have is, why is the Biden administration allowing so many people into the United States? Well, according to many reports, they are saying that this could be a genius plan by the Biden administration. That what they could be doing, this could be going for the long plan. It's not a short-term approach. This would be a very long-term plan. But what they are saying is that if we allow more illegal immigrants into the United States, we are technically allowing more Democratic voters into the U.S. Now, obviously, illegal immigrants cannot vote, but could things change in the next 2, 4, maybe 10 years where now all these people can vote, that non-citizens can vote? It's a possibility. But I bring this up because what we continue to hear is that this could be the plan. Allow more people into the United States. Give them benefits. Give them food, health care. Give them shelter. Provide a better life for them here. And if we do that, then they may vote for that particular party, which in most cases would likely be Democrats. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is the plan. If it is the plan and it's a very long-term plan, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But in the meantime, there is a serious threat. Because here's what we are hearing now. Just in the past few days, there have been more and more reports coming out about these terrorist cells that have already been established here in the United States. We've known these have been here. We can't, eradicate them. We can't do much about them because we can't find them. They're just sleeper cells. They're just waiting. They're being patient. But experts now anticipate that many more terror cells have been created over the past few years, specifically over the past 1 year. In the past year, they expect that we have at least had a handful of more terrorist cells established here in the U.S. That's troubling. But I want to show you what is also troubling. We are seeing more and more people ask, how do we fix this problem? How do we get rid of this problem down the southern border? How do we ensure that the American people and U.S. soil is not at risk? Well, here's the problem. Whatever we do down at the southern border, because as of right now, all the talks are on the southern border. Stop this Christmas caravan from coming in, which has more than 8,000 people as part of it. Well, what we continue to hear is that we have to stop that caravan. That's too many people, can't allow them. Well, the United States has essentially asked Mexico to help us with this crisis. Mexico is attempting to slow down the migration of people from their southern border up to our southern border. Well, that could work, but does it solve the problem when it comes to potential terrorists? Well, the answer is no. According to reports, the amount of terrorists that come into the United States or attempt to come into the United States are not coming from our southern border. They're actually coming from Canada. And there was a report just the other day. I want to read you this. Look at this. It says Iranian national with ties to terrorism booted to Canada 2 months after being apprehended at the border. I want to read you a little bit of this article because, again, this is an Iranian national with ties to terrorism. Doesn't say this person's a terrorist. Says they have ties to terrorism from Iran. Who's one of the countries that is causing a lot of problems right now? Iran. Iran is funding Hamas, which is currently in a war with Israel. Iran is also funding Hezbollah, which again is in a little bit of a war with Israel. They're also funding the Houthis, which are attacking ships in the Red Sea, which is potentially going to create a war with many countries because now these countries cannot ship their products. They can't get the goods that they need. Even oil. It is starting to tick up because of these conflicts in the Red Sea. All because of the Yemen Houthis, who are funded by Iran. Again, this is a problem. Now I want to read you a little bit of this article. This is from the New York Post. It says right here, federal authorities have sent an Iranian national with ties to terrorism back to Canada more than 2 months after he had tried to unlawfully cross the border on 2 separate occasions. It says the unnamed individual who was sought by Canadian authorities on assault charges was officially removed on December 22nd by the Enforcement and Removal Operations in Buffalo. It says the man was wanted by Canadian authorities as a national security priority and had unspecified ties to terrorism, the statement added. The fugitive first tried to enter the U.S. on October 10th when he presented himself to immigration authorities at the Rainbow Pedestrian Walkway in Niagara Falls. He was refused by Customs and Border Protection officers and escorted to the Canadian Border Services. Now we will leave it there. That is troubling. Now, yes, this person presented themselves to the border agents, but sometimes they don't. So this is one case where we're able to apprehend a person with ties to terrorism, but according to reports, there has been hundreds of thousands of gotaways. More than 600,000 people got away from border protection. And we don't know where they went. We essentially don't know who they are. And the other question I bring up is, how do we know there's over 600,000? Do we count all the people that got through the border? No, we can't. We can't account them with 100% accuracy. Could there be less than 600,000? Absolutely. Could there be more? Absolutely. Is there likely 600,000 exactly? No, probably not. But this is the reason why I bring it up. Because now what we continue to hear is that there's so many threats here in the United States, all it takes is one lone actor to be the one that causes a threat, poses a threat to an event. For instance, today is New Year's Eve. It's December 31st, 2023. Tomorrow is New Year's Day. Something happens tonight. Okay? Tonight, there's many big events. There's one in Brazil. There's one in New York. There's one in Australia. Many big cities have events for New Year's Eve. New York is one of the big ones, where more than 1 million people gather in Times Square, New York. More than 1 billion people watch that event alone on TV. Yeah, it's a major event. And that's why the FBI and Homeland Security continue to say that if an attack happens, it would have happened between December 22nd and January 1st. That's tomorrow. So I'm hoping and praying that we do not have any attack against U.S. people or on U.S. soil. But at the same time, we just don't know. There's a lot of possibilities out there. The only thing I can tell you is that as of right now, the threats are high. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think that the Biden administration or Democrats in general plan this? Are they attempting to bring more people into the United States to hopefully convert them into somebody that can vote, and then they would be pretty much converted into a Democrat? Possibly. But at the same time, the biggest worry isn't that, which could happen in, maybe 10 years, who knows? But the biggest threat is, in the meantime, what happens with those people? Who are they? And what are their intentions? So, we will see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you is I will be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.